I'm doing good, Greg. You doing all right? Just glad to be here. Mr. Treadway, come slide in here. Hey Treadway, you tell all these guys how good I was till you brought your cookies when you tell them?
Brother, I've told everybody that story.
After the first meeting, where we actually sat down with PRM, they had so many letters, skinny heads, you know, they expect us to.
I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Kingston City Council order. I'd like to ask everyone to please stand. I'd like to ask Mr. Brown if he'd lead us in invocation. Ms. Hunters, you lead us in the praise of the flag.
Pray with me, please. Our Heavenly Father, we come to you again. What a beautiful day you've given us today. We thank you for the rain, but we really love this sunshine. We want to thank you for all that you do for us, all the blessings that you give us, and you keep us all safe. Help us make the best decisions for our constituents here in the city of Kingston. But most of all, we thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us on our sins. And we give you praise every day. Amen.
Amen. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Seaton. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Brackett.
Here.
Councilmember Brown.
Present.
Councilmember Childs.
Present.
Councilmember Humphreys.
Present.
Vice Mayor Stockton.
Present.
Councilmember Wright. Mayor Neal.
Present. Now, do you hear a motion to approve the previous minutes as written?
Move to accept.
Motion by Mr. Brown, is there a second? Second. Mr. Brown, any corrections or deletions to the minutes?
None found.
Mr. Childs.
That's it.
Madam Clerk, call the roll on the previous minutes.
Councilmember Brackett.
Yes.
Councilmember Brown.
Yes.
Councilmember Childs.
Yes.
Councilmember Humphreys.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stockton.
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Now I would like to ask if the Calvary basketball team would come up and have a proclamation to read for them. So I'll read this proclamation. Whereas the participants, players, coaches, and staff of the Calvary Crusaders basketball team demonstrated outstanding leadership, and whereas the youth brought honor to Calvary Baptist School and to their leaders in the city of Kingston, and whereas this outstanding team finished with an overall record of 22-7 and a district record of 12-1, and have won back-to-back state championships in the Tennessee Christian Athletic Association. And whereas the City of Kingston Mayor and City Council recognize and support the Calvary Crusaders team members who participated in these competitions. And whereas the members of the Calvary Crusaders team brought honor to Kingston during these competitions by winning the Tennessee Christian Athletic Association championships. They are hereby recognized by the Kingston City officials. Now therefore, I, Timothy F. Neal, Mayor of the City of Kingston, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, March 12, 2019 as Calvary Crusaders Day in honor of the team members and the coaches of the Calvary Baptist School. Say something.
Yeah, I want to thank each and every single one of you all for honoring us and allowing us to be here with these young men.
All right. Kathy, you can take a picture. Thank you guys. Let's find the phone. Now, as we have time set aside for citizens' comments, do we have anyone who would like to address the council tonight? Ms. May?
Hello? Do I have to use the microphone or can I just talk? I've got the annual report. We just got it published. I want to give you guys a copy. But I also wanted to point out some of the highlights from last year. There were 143 Rome County graduates who became Tennessee scholars. That was a new record. There was the lowest unemployment since 2004, and it was within 0.1% of the national average. We had an increase of 383 jobs in our industries and one of the largest net job growths in over a decade. Rome County was awarded a seal of approval from the American Association of Retirement Communities as being a great place to retire. And the Education Matters program with the Alan Lutz, he organized the state's first ever all-teacher visits that was held here, where every middle school teacher in Rome visited the 5 businesses that participated. And as far as we know, that was the first in the state that happened. And there's a lot more in the report, so I hope you guys will take time to read it, and I'll just send them around. Appreciate you guys.
Does anyone else have anything to address the council?
Mayor and Council, of course, I'm Randy Griffiths, pastor of Liberty Baptist Church. This is the second month that enrolled that I've been here, and sort of the same situation of beer. And I understand tonight there will be a discussion or maybe a vote of changing the ordinance of business. Is that all tonight?
No, it's not on the agenda for tonight.
Can I still express maybe a little concern? But I just wish the council would consider that the ordinance that the city's had all of this time has worked. And ordinances and laws are always set to protect the innocent, and it's worked for our city. We've already went from 500 feet to 250 feet as far as the distance from a place that sells beer, alcohol, to a school or a church. And I think that will be coming up evidently soon. And I just wish the council would consider that the rules and the ordinance that we have now has been effective. It's worked. We haven't changed it for anyone else. Back when Raceway wanted it, we kept it like it is. And I think it should be kept that way today. I also want to express that I feel in fairness that if a church or a school were to come into our city and they were to move in the close distance of a place that already sells beer, that it shouldn't have to be stopped from being sold because of the understanding that it's already there. So I just think when a person buys a business here and they know what the ordinance is, that that we ought to just keep that ordinance the way it is. On the last note is, the last time I was here, I told the city manager and the council that our church will sponsor the next event the city has. I think that's coming up this month, and we're still going to sponsor that. And look forward to it, and appreciate all the work you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the council tonight? Okay, seeing none, we'll go right ahead. Reports. Ms. Humphries, do you have anything?
Yes, the Park and Rec, we've had a couple of meetings on the street festival, which is March the 30th from 11 to 5. And we have music planned all day. We have a lot of vendors signed up. We've got things for the kids, bouncy house and the bungee jump thing. And we're gonna have extra parking this year. We've got Regions Bank and parking areas, so that should be an improvement. And I'm going to defer to Councilmember Stockton to talk about the dog park.
Mr. Childs, do you have anything?
Like I think David, he's got everything in there from REU, everything from our minutes and everything. We set up a thing working on the street lights. Councilman Brown was asking, I think last month. Got it set up now where when David gets it together, the police department goes through, it'll send out an email to 4 different people. And I'm on that list also, and 3 people down at REU. That way, and once we get it turned in, they said 7 to 10 day turnaround on having the lights fixed. Thank you.
Ms. Stockton.
I have several things. On the dog park, just to kind of update everyone, we are starting the columns. They went up this past week. It's the weather has been our enemy, but the columns going up is allowing us to be able to put the fence up, so that should be just as soon as they are able to have just a couple of dry days together, they'll be able to get that front up. And then the donations from the Outdoor Kingston, today it is actually tallied what we spent more than the fencing so far. Is they've donated over $18,000 worth of supplies that was requested for inside the dog park. And then and we're still under budget of the grant, so it won't cost the city any tax dollars to be able to build the dog park. So the brush pickup will be updated. I believe I spoke with the city manager online in the next couple of days. It's going to start April 1st, and each street will have their own date, an alternative date to be able to get your brush picked up. And then also we have a litter pickup that we have scheduled with the city and beautification on April 5th at 9 a.m. And we would sure like to have anybody that would like to come out and help. We're going to meet at the gravel pits at 9 a.m. And that's pretty much sums it up.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, do you have anything? Mr. Brown?
No, sir.
City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few things here in addition to my report. First of all, what we're most excited about, as you no doubt know by now, Chase Clem accepted my offer on Friday to become our next Director of Parks and Recreation. We had several strong applicants. I appreciate all of them for their interest in serving the city. In the end, I just found that Chase had the right combination of experience and education, and more importantly, that he brought a level of vision and energy that really set him apart from the rest. I know he's going to do an outstanding job. He'll be a great member of our team, and I can't wait to see where he leads the department. As you know, the past few months haven't been ideal for Parks and Rec, and I have no doubt that this is the start of an exciting new chapter. So we'll be welcoming him his first day on April 1st, and I plan on having him here at the April meeting to formally introduce him to you as your new park director. So very excited about that. This afternoon we submitted our preliminary storm damage estimates to FEMA in the amount of $590,300. This is just the start of a very long process, but it's encouraging to at least see that things are moving. We'll have more information coming soon. Still waiting to hear back from TML regarding what they will and will not be covering. Once we have that, I'll forward you that information, and we'll have something to at least plan our path forward, especially as it concerns the Greenway. Carolyn and I are in the process of working with the department heads on the upcoming budget, which of course I'll be submitting to you on April 1st as required by the charter. Once you receive that, we'll be getting together to talk about scheduling the first budget meetings. So that will be coming up soon. We're neck deep in budget season. And to go off of what Councilmember Stockton said, a reminder, our spring brush pickup does start April 1st. I had planned on giving you copies for those of you that don't have them or haven't kept them, copies of the schedule. We found a couple things we're fine tuning on that. We'll do that, and I'll be sending that out to you. And of course, we'll continue promoting it throughout the month of March. And that's all I have. Unless you have any questions.
Any questions for the city manager? Okay, seeing none. Next item is addition of items to the meeting agenda received after the close of the agenda item by unanimous consent, and I have not heard of any of those. There is no unfinished business. We'll go into new business. Item A is authorization for the city manager to approve the purchase of a vehicle for the police department from revenue generated by the sale of surplus equipment not exceeding $20,000. Is there a motion for this authorization?
Make a motion.
I'll say.
Motion by Ms. Stockton, second by Mr. Brackett. Ms. Stockton. Mr. Brackett, got anything else? No. Council? Madam Clerk, call the roll for the authorization, please.
Councilmember Brackett,
Yes.
Councilmember Brown,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Humphries,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stockton,
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
6 ayes.
That being the end of the agenda, nothing else on it, this council meeting is adjourned. And we'll go straight into the Kingston Mayor Board meeting. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Member Brackett,
Present.
Member Brown,
Present.
Member Childs,
Present.
Member Humphries,
Present.
Vice Chair Stockton,
Present.
Member Wright, Chairman Neal.
Present. Did you hear a motion for the previous minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any corrections or deletions to the previous minutes? Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll on the minutes of the board meeting?
Member Brackett,
Yes.
Member Brown,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Humphries,
Yes.
Vice Chair Stockton,
Yes.
Chairman Neal.
Aye.
6 ayes.
No business to come before the Beer Board tonight, the meeting's adjourned. Alright, now we're gonna call to order the Kingston Water Board meeting. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll for the Water Board?
Member Brackett,
Here.
Member Brown,
Present.
Member Childs,
Present.
Member Humphries,
Present.
Vice Chair Stockton,
Present.
Member Wright, Chairman Neal.
Present. Do you hear a motion to approve the previous minutes from last month's Water Board meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Childs, is there a second?
I'll second.
See corrections or deletions, Mr. Childs?
No, sir, no problem.
Any corrections anyone else sees? Madam Clerk, call the roll for the Water Board minutes.
Member Brackett,
Present.
Member Brown,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Humphries,
Yes.
Vice Chair Stockton,
Yes.
Chairman Neal.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Now we'd like to set aside for any citizens that wish to comment before the Water Board. Have anybody wishing to comment before the Water Board tonight? All right, seeing none, we'll go into the Utility Director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I apologize to Vice Mayor Stockton for addressing you. There's mentioned you as Council Member Stockton a minute ago, so my apology for that. Just a couple things in addition to what's in my report. I've been chosen to serve as the TCMA representative on the Tennessee Operator Certification Work Group. The purpose of this group is going to be to evaluate and identify current operator needs, certification requirements, and the challenges that all utilities are facing in terms of attracting and retaining certified operators. With the average age of a licensed operator in the state of Tennessee now over 50, we clearly need to be proactive in recruiting the next generation of operators, and that's certainly applicable to us as well. Our group has been tasked with coming up with recommendations that can ultimately be presented to the state for consideration, and I'm excited to be part of this. We had some conversations going back a year or more through TAUD talking about this, and it is a real problem around the state, so much so that Pellissippi State's actually in the process of putting together a course where you can, a curriculum where you can go and come out certified. So those sort of things are going to help, but we are seeing a lot of problems getting people and keeping people in the field, so I'm anxious to be a part of that conversation. Also, just want to let you know, obviously, with the, I guess now 17 plus inches of rain we've had in the last month, as you know, after the work we did expanding our sewer plant, we're certified for 4 million gallons a day. We've exceeded that at least twice that I know of in the last month, and which is the first 2 times that's ever happened since the expansion, and the plant never missed a beat. So that's very comforting to know that we can exceed what we're expected to do and still stay operational. So just wanted to throw that out, that your infrastructure investments are certainly paying off. That's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Are there any questions for the utility director? All right, seeing none, we'll go into new business with authorization for the utility director to approve the expense and installation of an 8-inch water line extension on Galhar Road under the highway in the proximity of Farmer Road. Do you hear a motion for this 8-inch water line under Galhar Road?
I make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Brackett, is there a second? Second. Second by Mr. Childs. Mr. Brackett, you have anything to add on that?
No.
Mr. Childs?
Gotta be ready for it when they come.
River. Members, have anything?
Just a question. I think the estimate was 28,000.
We're thinking in the neighborhood of 25. I didn't put it in there because we're not quite that far, but it'll be less than 30.
I'm just wondering if this is going to have to be bid, and if the motion needs to say to authorize for the bid procedure instead of, we're not going to do it in-house.
Yeah. Well, there's certain parts we'll have to contract out, but the overall cost may be over that, but a lot of that will be material. The actual work that we would have to contract out, the boring
portion is what I was getting at.
It'll be under our bid threshold.
And then we'll have to get permits, I'm sure, for all that to bore underneath. I just don't want to have to come back and find out that it was something that we needed to bid that was over the limit and waste another month was all I was after.
Yeah, I think we should be good. Like I said, we're going to try to do as much of the labor in-house as
Yield to your wisdom, sir.
I hope you're right.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Madam Clerk, you call the roll on authorization for the water line.
Member Brackett?
Yes.
Member Brown?
Yes.
Member Childs?
Yes.
Member Humphries?
Yes.
Vice Chair Stockton?
Yes.
Chairman Miller?
Aye.
6 ayes.
With nothing else on the agenda for the water board, this water board meeting is adjourned.
Well, I see you over here. I see you over here. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah, you wait.
How you doing?
Hey, when's the roller open? We played one of these things years ago.
Are you gonna run this one for me, like you ran that one in Midtown?
No, yeah, local.
I've heard that before.
No, you wouldn't want it run that way.
I forgot about that. They had a back door.
Oh, and that was for all those things. Is that what that is? Yeah, the back door for all the things. You gotta see the picture of Lola. This is her today. She just got her hair cut. This is, I brought her home from, Great Knowledge. No, it's a movie. She's trimmed up. That is, for you saw her before picture, and she said it. But that building, let me tell you what, well, this gives you an idea, this was just the other day, look up here, it's a little bit bigger, but that building was, was a feed store on the view, and remember how it had the big.
And then, angled in this way to get your gas.
Yes, yeah, and I
worked the station across the street, courthouse is now.
So you would know then, let me show you this picture, because this is what I've been given. Yes, sir. I took out Word, everything. Yeah, it was, that's exactly what it was. And so, you know, and finding it, and of course, there it is. So, that's it.
Yeah, but no, it's nothing.
Well,
That's the time.
yeah, and I can't make out who it was, but it just says SOD. Does that say standard? SOD?
But when I worked
So where those big bays is, if they had only left those columns, that would have been phenomenal. But see how it's got that beautiful brick? So what we did is double bricked it, of course, bricked on the outside and on the inside, and we were able to brush all that paint. We took paneling off, we took sheetrock off, it had everything inside. Taking it all the way down to the brick, and then the floors stripped, all that old, they had that press-on tile. It was just tedious stuff that was there. Put it down to the concrete, and we'll do polished concrete. We're actually doing it as a place to use as a venue. We don't want to have birthday parties or stuff like that. So they've rented a house. So like the guy.
I had a number of people actually, and I said, well, I can't never remember that.
Well, it's also going to be a good place, like even for weddings, because a lot of people do weddings now in that kind of venue. So like, that's the reason why, like the guy that did the military is at the door, he said, what is that? Was it has designed such a fantastic one. But anyway. But, you know, I got to get Mr. Skinner on it. But he did an amazing job, so I had him do one inside as well, and then he's going to do the sign out front. But me and Jack, can you believe this, along with a friend of ours he's a contractor, so we're his students that he's teaching us how to do all this stuff. So we're doing all this manual labor inside. So we do it every Saturday, and I tell Jack by the time Saturday night comes, I say, you know, because it's so trying to try to keep juggling everything, because his parents both are diagnosed with autism. So we go every week and spend a whole day with them, and then working a whole day on it. But it'll be amazing. It is awful.
So I've told her.
It's just, I've seen it now. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it just, it's amazing how, like, both of them were the same, but there's like 20 different types. And like, the way it affects Jack's dad is different than his mom. And his mom is like extreme, like, anxiety. Hers is just extreme. And then she'll go to like childlike. And then the dad, he gets angry.
She says she can't.
He gets so angry. And so his thing is, he says, I'm leaving, I'm going, you know, he thinks he take care of himself. He's just in a home because he's there because she's there. And it's like, no, you were actually diagnosed first, you know, but he don't think he has anything. But it's challenging right now, but it's, you know,
we're just trying to balance.
Yeah, I know some of them, but thank God my father-in-law read them, because he's a big man.
Yeah. Figure out, you don't know if you've been able to handle
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Okay,
but,
I'm gonna
he,
because I'm
thank God he
coordinating that with
wasn't that
him.
way.
So I talked to her today. and we talked
Yeah,
about
that's a good
that.
one.
I'm sure she
It's,
has
but it's, I'm thinking, best case scenario,
I will get with you tomorrow. I'll text you
will
tomorrow.
be late summer, maybe.
And I don't have time.
Cause I don't wanna open it if it ain't ready,
Yeah.
you know, you don't wanna, but we're even making like, the table.
Well, tomorrow night.
All that stuff, like we got wood that was a 2-inch, like slabs that were put in, put the resin on it.
Yeah.
We've been on these meetings.
I want that known already. Well, it's on the paper.
You don't have to come back, because they know how you feel.
But the thing was, I said, well, should I not said nothing? She said, no, it's not your head.
Yeah, see, the thing is and so that was a good.
I don't have time.
How is it that when you decide you want it to be short, it's short? I
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's right. So when I need it short, I'm gonna tell you that,
Tell me that,
okay?
I think it takes about that much to pay for that balance thing, about $1,200.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to get that.
Let me interrupt y'all and I'll leave you alone. Told y'all at night not voting to extend that, so you know.
Okay.
And I think I'm looking at 1 or 2 or 3 more that they go
You know, the way I
back.
look at it, if you want to keep changing it 500
I'm not.
why even have them?
Well, like I brought up to him, he's got the 3 major beer suppliers in the county now. He's gonna be competing against himself.
Right.
I'm not.
Well, just like I said, if a church decided to move in next to a place that sells beer, I wouldn't
That's a little
expect that
different, yeah.
place to quit selling it because they know.
Right.
Okay, see you, Miss Sarah.
Right, bye.
You know, I try to.
You got it. Thank y'all.
So,
No, it's always good.
I'm hanging right
Always
in.
good. We appreciate you taking your time.
well, and I try to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, but, no, I enjoy this best place to go.
You be good, Wiley.
I don't know if Tony even knew this, but he used to go to the water department out in the shop.
That's what about that?
Okay, I was just telling Becky about that. but
Yeah.
Oh, you want
Services Saturday at 5.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
We'll be in Pasella. Good to see
Bye-bye
y'all.
now.
Bye.
Sarah, be good.
Okay,
Drink water.
okay.
No beer.
Mama, hang on.
Well, no, you just-
Well, I was just curious, cause you know, in the winter, ours is covered up, theirs is covered up. And I was right here, it's like, right, just wait on it. What's this one? This is last year, because we're 15,000. 18, 19 budget's 38,000, but actually 2019 February 16. Oh, that counts the last number? So that's the total for the fiscal year?
So year to date.
Okay, it's not real clear the way that's.
Yeah, like I said, you're not, I don't watch it.
And while we're on the swimming pool subject, did you talk to the new park and rec director about the swimming pool? I have concerns. I've been hearing of this on a person, the health inspector that done the pool. Is he gonna be big on pool? Yeah, I would love to have a pool in Rome County more than anything, preferably in Kingston. Would love it, cause swimming's I can swim year round, I do, be a different person. But where they want to put it, even that rock in Kingston, because my granny used to live in the house years ago, and they probably. That's all it is, that's all. It would never go, because nobody would use it. So, I
He was the only one sitting out there, and I thought, well, I'm gonna call him Sarah and see if he's got anything to say.
She probably would've had some. Looks like somebody missed your child's after water.
Yeah, my head did, yeah, pretty big, did all day. Oh, you said it like not supposed to be dizzy.
You tell me my head didn't hurt, something was wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Are you ready to go?
I reckon, where we going?
That was a tough conversation to have, but I think we did pretty well. I told him, I said, yes, I'll probably do your own, there's some stuff there that you're supposed to. I'll say you couldn't do it, but, so let's take off day one, so.
Are you ready, sister?
I reckon.
See you.
I don't have her cell phone. I do, I'll text.
in my life.
Tell me about it.
They make no sense.
There's a little right to the river.